The thermos rattled against my backpack as I started down the rock face. The climb up had been straightforward, but every step now felt precarious, emphasizing how high above me the trail lay. My hands were slick with sweat when I noticed the fraying rope. Frayed ropes can break under strain and cause serious injury or worse. Always inspect your equipment before and during use, especially in dangerous situations like rock climbing or rappelling. If you find any damage, stop immediately and seek an alternative route or wait for rescue if necessary. There were just a few loose strands near my waist clip, but this could worsen with continued use. The chill from the granite seeped through my gloves as I shivered. Making camp and waiting for better conditions or help is crucial to avoid accidents. Checking and rechecking my knots for security, I reminded myself, use dry, strong rope. Keep your descent line free of frays and tangles. Find shelter out of the wind. The frayed rope was a serious danger, but it wasn't the only issue. A few minutes later, a sudden snap made me turn around quickly, heart racing. Nothing was there, just an eerie silence broken by my rapid breaths. I kept moving, one hand gripping the cold rock face, the other holding onto the makeshift harness. The rope felt rough and frayed under my palms. Knowing that continuing with a compromised rope is extremely dangerous, I needed to find an immediate solution or rappel faster to safety before it could break completely. No knife, no matches, no light. What now? My phone's signal flickered and died, meaning help wasn't coming anytime soon. As night fell, I braced for the harsh reality of being alone in this environment after dark. Temperatures can plummet quickly, increasing the risk of hypothermia. I continued climbing, each movement causing loose rocks to shift beneath my feet. Without light, every handhold and foothold was a gamble. My flashlight had become too much of a liability to keep using. Losing it here would be disastrous. Each step forward was an anxious decision. So how do you actually handle this situation if your rope starts to fray halfway down during a descent? Always double check and maintain your equipment regularly. If your rope frays or shows signs of damage, stop immediately, ascend to the top if possible, and replace or repair it before continuing. The sun dipped below the horizon and the temperature dropped rapidly. Stars emerged in the sky, offering no warmth. Fear settled in like cold water seeping into my clothes. Hypothermia is a real risk when temperatures drop. Seek shelter or start a fire if you're unable to return to base camp before dark. I secured my harness firmly to a ledge and rested briefly to catch my breath. My hands trembled slightly as I assessed my surroundings and planned my next move carefully. It's crucial to ensure your equipment is in good condition before starting any descent. Regularly check for wear or fraying that could compromise safety. The wind picked up and my flashlight flickered before dying completely. Darkness enveloped me along with the harsh reality of freezing temperatures. Without light or warmth, hypothermia becomes a critical risk. Quickly assessing your options is crucial. Consider rappelling techniques safely even if ropes are compromised, but always prioritize your safety over moving. The wolves howled again, closer this time. I heard rustling in the bushes below and my heart raced with unease. Assessing my situation, I needed to secure a reliable anchor point before continuing down. I rummaged through my pack for an extra carabiner and locking pulley to reinforce my rope setup. Always remember to have backup gear when venturing into wilderness areas where wildlife is present. Dry materials are more valuable than just for starting fires. Dry rope won't fray or break as easily under strain during activities like climbing or descent. Keep a stash of dry tinder and cordage handy for reliability in emergencies. I found a small ledge where the rock curved inward and huddled against the wall. My breath fogged in front of me as I tried to calm my racing heart. Staying calm is crucial. Hyperventilation can lead to dizziness and impaired decision-making. The wolves' howls echoed off the canyon walls, underscoring the importance of being prepared with proper safety gear like a sturdy rope and carabiners that are regularly inspected for wear and tear. What was my plan? Staying put wasn't an option. Nightfall would increase the risks. But before descending, I needed to secure a replacement rope or reinforce this one. Ignoring frayed ropes can be deadly. Always prioritize safety and find a reliable solution before continuing down. I had a water bottle left, but it wouldn't last long. My hands were blistered and raw from gripping the fraying rope and rough rock face, and my clothes were wet with sweat and cold. The ledge was too small for me to sit down properly, making every muscle ache and scream at me to keep moving. But where could I go? Down meant risking the frayed rope breaking, which could lead to a fall. Climbing back up without proper equipment is dangerous and not an option. The safest course would be to signal for help or find another secure route if possible. Always ensure your climbing gear is in good condition before starting any descent. Assessing my surroundings, I saw a small crevice just above my head. However, as I reached out to grip the rope again after inspecting the crevice, I noticed the rope was fraying halfway down. This is a critical moment. A frayed rope can weaken and snap under strain. It's essential to assess your situation quickly. Consider rappelling back up if you have enough rope length, or find an alternative anchoring point that allows for a safer descent. Always carry extra cordage and carabiners as part of your climbing kit. I unclipped from the rope and used my last bit of strength to reach up and wedge myself into a crack for support. My fingers found purchase, and inch by inch, I pulled myself higher. The cold seeped through me, but so did the realization that movement might be my only hope. However, it's crucial to always have backup equipment like prusik cords or carabiners when climbing to prevent situations like this. The crevice widened as I climbed up it, leading to a small overhang above where I had been. This overhang provided crucial shelter from wind and potential predators, though its narrow space required careful navigation. I huddled there for what felt like hours, waiting out the night. The cold bit into my bones, increasing the risk of hypothermia, but staying put was likely my safest option. Moving down a treacherous descent in the dark could have been fatal, and I needed to wait until daylight when I could see clearly and safely continue my journey. By morning I was shivering uncontrollably from hypothermia, but as soon as the sun rose over the canyon I could see a way out, another climb up toward safety, but away from my frayed rope that posed a serious risk of breaking. The crevice had given me time to think and find strength, reminding me how crucial it is to properly inspect equipment before venturing into any challenging terrain. Always ensure your gear is in top condition and never rely on potentially compromised materials for support or safety. That's how it works. Sometimes the scariest moments force you to adapt and survive, but always prioritize safety. If your rope frays halfway down a descent, stop immediately and assess your options. Look for an anchor point above where the damage occurred, or consider using your backup gear if available.